is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Tuesday, February 2nd, also known as Groundhog Day. So take that day off.
Go. Go, go. Go, 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 go. 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 Go, 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 go. Go take the day off. Oh. Oh. Just take the day off.
You can't.
Hey. Hey. Just take the day off. What would you take the day off?
Freddie Mercury over there, really giving it to us.
Duh. Hi everybody. How are you?
5 a.m. Tuesday, Groundhog Day.
We do have a day today that is similar to Groundhog Day,
Why would they put it on Groundhog Day?
but I don't think it gets enough credit. So we're gonna do that today. But before we do, boy, last night was shocking.
So shocking.
Can you believe what happened?
Unbelievable.
And to be able to talk about that with people on the Bramble Jam Plus, the Facebook group.
It was unreal. It got out of hand.
It was comforting.
Yeah.
You know, to know that we got people that...
It was comforting, but it got out of hand.
Yeah, it was comforting until it wasn't.
Yeah.
BrambleJamPlus.com. BrambleJamPlus.com is how you sign up for that. So much fun.
So much fun.
Dan, how... I got this email from Lars, who just wants to know how you're doing.
Tell Lars to keep his questions to himself.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Lars is concerned.
Yeah.
Lars says you never ask him.
I have a restraining order with on Lars. He can't come within 500 feet of me, so now he's emailing you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And he thinks he's so clever with his larsandtherealgirl@gmail.com. Like, he got it right after the movie came out. He thought it was so clever. Yeah, it's a weird movie, Lars. Like, why would someone have that email address?
Here I am looking like a dummy with Lars and the Real Girl 1@gmail.com.
You were late.
Yeah,
You were just a
it's on me.
little too
It's on
late.
me. That's why it's been a thing ever since.
I actually really like that movie. Good flick.
It's a good movie.
Good flick. Hey, let's talk about today. Are you ready for it?
Let's do it.
Today is
Devil's Food Cake Day.
the little brother of Groundhog Day.
Little Debbie Cake Day.
National Hedgehog Day.
Are you serious?
It's National Hedgehog Day.
But it's
Now,
Groundhog Day.
listen, I think there is a, how you say, argument to be had about groundhogs being old news.
There's an argument. I just want to get this straight. There's an argument out there that says that groundhogs on Groundhog Day are old news.
Old news. I think what people that are a part of that community, that argument, would say is, well, what's the big deal about groundhogs? You know, and are they as accurate as everyone says? I think that's kind of the argument.
Do people say they're accurate?
Why do we do it every year if it wasn't accurate?
It's just tradition.
So you think people do some sort of weather tradition?
Yeah.
Because it's a tradition.
Just in Punxsutawney.
Yeah, but it's everywhere, though.
They report it everywhere. It's a bit.
You think it's a bit?
I think it's a bit.
The hedgehog community begs to differ.
I bet
They are sick of it, and they are coming to play.
It sounds like you know the history of Hedgehog Day.
I don't actually, believe it or not. I have been trying to get the scoop, but I'm a bad journalist. Couldn't get someone to talk to me on the record.
On the record.
So
can you just report what your sources are telling you?
I can't. I don't want to. That's not how I like to do my journalism. I don't like to bring.
You don't report unless you have a source on the record.
Until I have a source on the record.
Wow.
Because there's all. Listen, I'm not one of these people that say, hey, unless you can, or unless you're willing to go on the record and besmirch your name, you're not credible. I don't believe that. There's a lot of people out there that say, hey, unless it's cited, then And I play to those people. I play to that crowd. But you don't. I believe you know the story of Hedgehog Day, and then I'll make you a deal. Coach's challenge here. If your history is similar to mine, I will confirm it. How about that?
Coach's challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, it's upheld. Have you heard the term hedge your bets? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hedgehog Day has nothing to do with that. I just want to know if you'd heard that term because it's important to know that it's a good term to know.
Yeah.
This more is about the original Carnival cruise ship, the first one that ever took sail. And it was in the late 1890s when Jim Carney thought it was a good idea to have a carnival on a ship and have people spend the night. And it turned out to be a cruise of nightmares. Clowns are just roaming the halls. You're trying to sleep. There's animals in the room next to you. Who knows what you were going to find. Sometimes to get in the elevator, you had to walk through like a flaming wheel of sorts. It was a mess. But Jim Carney thought it would be cool if it was like a sailing cruise ship. And the signature of that ship was Bed of Hedgehogs. That was the signature of the ship. So there were rooms at random that your bed was replaced during the day with just a bunch of hedgehogs. And you wouldn't know somehow until you laid down. I'm fuzzy on the details. He got sued a bunch. Carnival cruise ship never really was really the same. It turned into just a standard cruise liner. But Jim Carney did establish a National Hedgehog Day. Back to you, Brand. Coach's challenge.
Overruled.
Not what your sources are telling you.
No, but I'll go ahead and tell you.
Wow. Going to reveal without the sources.
So originally, Groundhog Day was Hedgehog Day.
Really?
So originally, they used hedgehogs to figure out when spring was arriving. And on February 2nd, 1887, hedgehogs
died out. They were extinct.
Groundhogs came on the scene.
Okay.
So I think the best way to say it. They
so hedgehogs were old news.
Hedgehogs were old. But what's old is new again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, I think, kind of the hedgehog community's whole beef is like, what was wrong with them? Like, they're cool, they're spiky, like they have worth, and groundhogs are so overdone at this point. And so I'm not saying which side I'm on. I'm just saying there is at least an argument to be had. What was so bad about hedgehogs?
And people should take this day off today, not because it's Groundhog Day.
No. You take it off. Take it off and watch Sonic the Hedgehog with Jim Carrey.
Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog
on a loop.
Could you play the video game at all?
You could do that.
Or
at
just
the same
watch
time.
the movie.
Watch the movie and play at the same exact time.
Some people would rather go to work.
I never saw that movie actually.
You know what? It wasn't terrible. The movie isn't great, but Jim Carrey is having a blast.
The movie was right before lockdown.
Yes.
Yeah, and
so I went.
It was on my to do.
Yeah.
But then
the movie's not good, but Jim Carrey is having. It's the first time I felt like he's giving a Jim Carrey type performance. He's having a blast playing Dr. Robotnik.
Since when? Ever? You just said it's the first time he's giving a Jim Carrey.
I feel like, I can't remember the last time. Like, he just hasn't made a movie in forever where he's doing physical comedy, like on a regular basis. It's been over a decade.
The Grinch?
The Grinch is over a decade old.
Yeah, I'm just saying, was that the last one?
No.
He's very physical in that.
I think he made Yes Man after that. But then he literally shut it down for a while. And this movie feels like a return to form for him.
Return of the Mac?
Return of the Mac, yeah.
Well, more than the Dumb and Dumber reboot?
Yeah, I guess Dumb and Dumber or Dumb and Dumber 2, whatever it was.
Dumb
the
and
one he
Dumberer?
was in. Yeah. Like, I guess, but I mean, if you look at the movies he's done in the 2010s, he was in just so little that was like what he used to be in. He just really didn't exist like that. Mr. Popper's Penguins in 2011.
I just think there's an argument to be had. Like, look at how Sonic the Hedgehog is, I think, as good as argument as any to replace groundhogs with the OGs.
Yeah,
like groundhogs are old news; they can't roll.
Sonic,
like hedgehogs, are neat.
Yeah,
so like
drive in for a change.
So I think that's kind of where I'm at.
I like it. You want to read some answers?
Yes, we're gonna take a break first.
Okay,
we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about animals that we would want to be.
All right.
because I think hedgehogs are overlooked in this.
Once again, this
well.
question not great by Tracy. So we'll do the best we can.
Well,
better than Get Up Day, but barely.
well, that was a misunderstanding, I think, on her part. We'll be right back here on Take It Down. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. I'm getting word in my ear that Trace says she resents you.
Resents me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Trace.
She wasn't willing to come on the air to say that because she resents you so much.
Wow. Okay.
So hopefully you guys can talk about that after.
We'll try to patch things up. Yeah. Definitely won't be a situation like me and Lars.
No. And then the real girl at gmail.com.
Yeah, gmail.com.
Man, Lars and the Real Girl fans are loving this.
That's right. This is good stuff for them. For both of them. They're
Yeah.
they're just eating it up.
That's right. If you could be any animal, what would you be, Dan?
Oh man, I think a dog is a natural. Like they just had my dogs are spoiled rotten. If it was a dog that some dogs aren't treated super well and they're outside the whole time, but my dogs are they run the roost. I think I'd probably go with dog. Dolphins are really smart. That'd be a good one.
The tricky thing though is with dogs, it really is a coin flip on the life you'll live.
Yeah.
Right. So if you can pick owners, then yeah, dog's a great pick. But from
If
just
it's
a
rando?
straight rando based off of life as a whole.
Oh, rando, then maybe sea turtle. They live to be 200 and they,
But they don't do much.
they just swim around the ocean. They get to see the world.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like
You
the ones in
seen Finding
Nemo's
Nemo?
on the jet stream, whatever
That's
it's
right.
called.
Yeah.
You know what? I think what I'm gonna go with here is a big ol' animal. I mean, I've seen giraffes fight, and I think it's real neat.
You're going to be a giraffe because of the fighting?
When you say it, it sounds monstrous.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it does.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, if it was based off fighting, I would be a giraffe, but it's not based. It's on a whole slew of categories.
A whole slew of categories.
I'm going to go with a dolphin.
Dolphin, okay.
Yeah,
that's
they're
a good
smart.
one.
They
super
swim.
Smart, yeah.
They have a pretty cool sound.
They swim. You get it because they swim. Nothing else swims.
No.
Hard to find things that swim.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Dan, we got a lot of answers here.
Got a lot of answers. Several people say dog. Octopus because they're very smart, says Julie C. They only live 3 years, though, Julie, so there's that.
You know what? Who said this? Who said this? Elizabeth Powell said an indoor house cat. I don't disagree. I think, and this is just me talking off the top of my head here. I would imagine that dogs are more mistreated than cats. Do you think that's fair?
I don't know.
Dogs are a lot more a little bit more high energy, and so people that are mean,
they need
yeah,
more.
they're mean to them. But cats, it's just whatever, sleep, whatever. You know what I mean? Do you think that's fair?
I would agree with that statement because they're so low. Cats are lower maintenance, but that's because they're terrible. But a lot of people are saying cats on here, and if it's an indoor cat, I get that. Aaron Shea says a bird so I could fly.
Yeah.
Are mythic animals allowed? Because then I vote Pegasus so I can fly and run. Yeah. Thanks for that clarification. Are do you know? Can you go at least on that? Can you go to some sources?
Ding ding.
They are allowed.
They are allowed.
Mythic animals are allowed.
So
wow.
Kudos to you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Enjoy that life of flying and running.
Megan says a Clydesdale horse that is a good enough breed to live at Anheuser-Busch Brewery. They have climate-controlled stalls with stained glass windows in each stall. They get their hair braided every day. What? Are you kidding me?
My God.
They get to be in parades and Super Bowl commercials, and they don't really have to work that much. They are the celebrities of the animal world. I have been in St. Louis, Missouri, the Anheuser-Busch Brewery a number of times. I've actually seen these horse stalls with the stained glass windows. I've seen them myself.
How many are there?
There's a bunch. I don't know the exact answer.
Why do they have so many?
Clydesdales?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're not all. So, the Anheuser-Busch Brewery is not on a farm. There's another place that the Anheuser-Busch family had in St. Louis where they kept a lot of Clydesdale horses. So the ones on the brewery tour are just for show, really. I think there's just probably 8 of them.
Wow.
That they have for when the horses come for photo events, they can be there.
Wow.
So yeah, those are the ones I saw. I didn't.
That's
go out to the full
interesting.
farm. Yeah.
Did you see the news? We got the Super Bowl coming up this weekend.
No Anheuser-Busch.
No Anheuser-Busch.
But Bud Light's still going to do it. Not
Is that true?
Budweiser. Yeah, Budweiser isn't, but Bud Light's still going to participate in the Super Bowl.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I hate for all of the money to go to COVID research.
No, thank you.
As long as we get some commercials.
Yeah.
Someone says octopus. Who's that? Julie.
I
Julie
said
says
that
octopus.
already, and I said
Did
they only
you?
live 3 years. Are you listening at all?
No. Sometimes when you're reading, when you're talking, I'm reading.
You can't do two things at once?
I can, but it's
Good talk.
iffy. Candy says a fox.
A fox, yeah.
Fox. What does the fox say? Do you remember that? Man, there was a week where that was.
Do you remember when you did it at Windy Gap and that you did the whole song and you realized that was longer than we all thought it was?
Was it for karaoke?
It was for the longer bit where we all were trying to win a pageant.
And I had to
that
do.
was your
I did the
talent
whole song
by yourself in the crowd.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's tough to keep that energy going.
I was in the crowd.
You went in the crowd.
Anything for the kids.
Anything for the kids.
Shannon says a moose.
A moose?
Large, majestic animal that doesn't care about anything.
Wow.
Awesome antlers.
No cares in the world.
Batty.
Batty?
Batty.
All right.
Baddie.
All right. Amy Matthews says a Zico walrus. ZCO walrus. I've never heard of that. Lay in the sun, swim, eat. Sounds nice. I love that.
That does sound nice, actually.
Yeah.
That does sound nice. I don't like the sun, but I can imagine it's nice. We did it, everybody.
Hey.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
We sure did.
What another great day. Another
kidding.
great day. People say, can they do it multiple days in a row? And I say, yes, we can. Hey, question for tomorrow. What is a food you thought you'd hate, but you actually liked?
Oh, that's a good question. See, now that's a good question. I don't know what the day is, unless the day is something dumb like National Nor'easter Day or something. Like, that's a good question.
You're back on my good cards.
Thanks.
Wait till you see today, though.
Love to be on the good cards, Trace.
God bless.
God bless.
We are going to leave you with another haiku. We did hear from Palaha. He said, I'm coming back soon, is what he said.
Okay.
Coming back soon.
I'll believe it when I see it.
We'll see, Chris. We'll see. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, everybody, just take that day off.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
it's me, Lucius.
Lucius, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah. It's interesting you ask because I'm a part of the Hedgehog community.
I appreciate that,
I
Lucius. but
felt
you're
that
supposed
we
to
were
give a haiku.
misunderstood and misrepresented.
Lucius, I don't have time for this nonsense. You're supposed to do a haiku. That's your job. That's why you got pulled out of the crowd.
A what?
You got pulled out of the crowd. You came down
What
here.
is this? A haiku?
Yes. 575.
575 what?
Okay. Get out of here.
Eyeglass Superstore? I love hedgehogs, man. Can you believe what people say? People say about those things?
You nailed it.
Lucius out.